Hey, Audrey.
Hey, Beth.
What are you reading?
I'm reading The Giver by Lois Lowry.
Ooh.
What are you drinking?
You know what? I think we should talk about it.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome to Beer by the Book, where we talk beer and book.
Books.
Well, okay, fine. Right now we're talking about one book.
One book, The Giver.
So beer, two beers,
Beer by the
one book.
Beer and books.
Beers and book.
Why is it so complicated?
Anyways, so yeah, we kind of gave it away. We're talking about The Giver. And I don't know if you've read it. It's kind of older, yeah?
No, it was in the 90s.
Yeah, the 90s was 30 years ago. We've
No,
talked about this.
Stop saying that. I'm looking at the copy right now. This book is tiny, 93. And it won the Newbery Medal.
Oh.
Is that what they're called? That
yes,
is the worst.
I think so. But yeah, it's not even 200 pages, so we figured this was a great one. Do you want to tell me about your beer?
Yeah, so this time we have to remember to chug our beers before we get too into it.
Yeah.
So I have by Epic Brewing, which I think we've done before. I have a raspberry ale. It's called Little Brainless Raspberries.
It's perfect for this book.
I agree. That's why I chose it.
I'm jealous of your beer.
I'm nervous. It's a fruity beer, and the can is super red, and I'll tell you all about it later. But right now, I should pour it while Audrey tells you about her beer.
Wait, what's the ABV on yours?
5.2.
I'm
yours?
so jealous of your beer.
Are you like a 7?
So mine is an Imperial IPA
Gross.
by our very own Bristol Brewing.
Oh, good choice.
Here in Colorado Springs.
I love Bristol.
And of course, I chose the World Peace Death Ray because it's so good. I think they put it out last year. And if you guys have the chance, I would definitely go and try it. Maybe just, if you're at the brewery, maybe just have one because they're 8%.
Oh, shit. That is a lot. And so tasty, I'm sure.
Tonight, I'm going to just get wasted.
Tonight,
I'm gonna get wasted.
we're gonna poop our pants from wasted.
What? Wait, what?
Oh, no, you don't do that when you're drunk?
No.
Me neither.
So yeah, tell me about the color and body and smell of your raspberry, brainless raspberry.
I thought you were gonna say brain fart. So it's not as red as I thought. I'm gonna take a photo of it and post it on my Insta.
Post it on your Instagram.
Do you need your bottle opener? It's right here.
Yes, please.
So you could pour.
Thanks.
Yes. So my beer it actually resembles an amber in this glass, and
it does,
I thought it was gonna be a lot more pink.
It's really
That's
not
what
that pink.
she said. Wait. Yeah. So it's kind of ambery. Ooh, it smells just like raspberry jam, as promised. Smells good, but I'm still worried about it.
Oh no, my pour wasn't perfect.
Maybe it just has a bunch of head.
My favorite. Sorry about that joke, Mom.
No, we're not. We're terrible people. Everyone knows that.
So, anyways, my World Peace Death Ray by Bristol is kind of like an orangey color, maybe?
It looks like a beer.
Yeah, a little cloudy.
It is very cloudy. Is that a medium or a heavy-bodied?
Smells very mild, actually.
Smells mild?
Yes. And actually in their description, they were saying that they didn't want like a super punch-you-in-the-face kind of Imperial.
Oh, they are my heroes.
I love them.
I might like Imperials. Aren't they supposed... Yeah, they're more alcoholic than regular IPAs, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think I actually like the Imperials better than regulars.
Yeah, they tend to be a little bit calmer.
I'm excited to try those.
And I have a bunch of friends who work there, so shout out to Bristol. I love them.
Hey, Bristol, you should have us over and we can record our podcast.
Ooh, that would be so fun.
We'll even buy our own beers, but if you really want to buy our own, that's cool too, I guess.
Kind of echoes a lot in there, though.
Yeah, well, we'll have to go to the principal's office.
Oh, stop.
It's in a school.
It's really cool. If you're in Colorado Springs, please go.
But yeah, if you're not in Colorado Springs, it's an old elementary school. The brewery is. And you got, it's super cute. Like the bathrooms are all covered with it's like a mountain scene in the women's bathroom or something.
Yeah, they did like a mural. Like the
mural.
fourth graders did this mural and they left it, which is awesome. But then they stripped all the ceilings and the walls, so it's all exposed and beautiful brick. And
it's super awesome.
They kind of cut it up. So you've got the brewery on the right side and then a cool bar on the left side. called Principal's Office, and then you've got...
Isn't the bar a coffee shop?
Yeah, they do coffee
the
too.
principal's office?
Yeah. So they do just really awesome drinks in general.
And they do food too?
Yeah, and they have such great food.
It's a good place. Maybe I'll find some photo and also put it in my Insta post.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. The whole building itself is called Ivy Wilds. Like I said, if you're in Colorado Springs, please, please, please go because it's awesome.
Also, Epic, I'm sure your brewery's great too, but I haven't been there.
I haven't been there either, but we would love to go and try you guys out.
Especially since I've apparently... Either one of us has chosen this beer at some point in this podcast, and we've only had a handful of episodes, so that says something.
I think so.
I think we should try our beer first before we chug it.
Yes, I agree. Oh, this head is still beautiful.
Yours looks good.
Probably because I poured it awful.
Ooh. Mine is sour.
Really?
I'm going to do another one just for...
I think I've had yours. Now that I'm looking at it and thinking about it more.
It's sour, but not too sour. It doesn't taste like a Sour Patch Kid or anything.
Mine tastes very unique. I don't know. I don't know how to pin it. But it's very good, and it is like a mild IPA. Good. It really is mild. You gonna try it?
I'm afraid that I think I should chug it first. Mine first. And then, because I have more opinions, and I don't want to ruin it with your beer. Not ruin.
I see what you mean. Like, interfere with your opinion.
Yeah, because right now my mouth is like
so
determining what
tarty.
the heck just happened.
Sure.
Because it was like the first taste of it is pretty shockingly sour.
Yeah.
And then it, the aftertaste is like, oh, that didn't end startlingly.
I don't know if that's a word.
I write English for a
All
living,
right.
so yes.
All right.
So yeah, it doesn't shock you at the end. It was pretty easy to finish.
All right.
I'll do another sip.
Do you want to, I don't want to say it out loud.
Chug it.
Chug, 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 chug.
Get our frat boy on.
Yeah, and I just, sorry, brewers. I'm going to apologize every episode because they hate us, but whatever. Cheers.
Cheers. Unchuggable. That beer was not chuggable.
She got 2 chugs and she said no.
My hands are waving in the air. I just literally can't right now. That was very hard to chug. I feel bad.
That's probably a good thing.
I'm going to try again.
You are?
With tears in my eyes, yes.
You don't have to chug it.
Good, because I can't. It's not because it's awful. It's just like chugging apple juice.
I can chug apple juice.
Audrey.
Like grapefruit juice, maybe?
Yeah, and I don't like grapefruit juice, but it doesn't taste like grapefruit. It just tastes like I'm drinking like a Fruitopia.
Sure. I wouldn't be able to chug
carbonation.
Grapefruit juice. It's the only reason I say that.
Why don't you try mine? I'll try yours so I can see what this Imperial is all about. It smells like an IPA.
I would definitely be able to chug this.
I like mine better than yours. I always thought I would like yours more. I feel like the second sip is always better than the first.
Yeah, because it kind of... Well, first of all, you've got the flavors of the previous beer in your mouth.
Yeah, that raspberry pie,
mm-hmm.
Which is not the technology. It is a pie.
Technology?
Yeah, they're called raspberry pies. Little things that like you do stuff with.
What?
Like you can get like the yeah, they're called raspberry pies. You can program them and hardwire them to like automate your house.
Really?
Yeah, they're like tiny little babies.
I didn't know that.
Everyone else did, Audrey.
All right. Well, we all know I'm the not as smart one.
Audrey.
In this duo.
Audrey, say something nice about yourself. Say it.
I'm smart.
Yes, you are. Thank you.
Oh, man. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, all my self-deprecation and doubt, and learning about raspberry pies. So anyways, how was your week, Beth? Tell me something.
I have a really funny story actually to tell you that didn't happen last week, but I don't think I've said it on the podcast before. So my sister and I like to go hiking on the weekends, usually through like Palmer Park or something, which by the way, did you hear on the news that there's like 10 skunks from Palmer Park that tested positive for rabies?
What?
Yeah. So
that's terrifying.
All my hiker friends, stay clear of those skunks. And that's another fun fact is my last hike, I smelled a skunk. So yeah, now I have rabies by association. I think that's how it works.
No, I don't think that's how it works.
Okay. But yeah, so we went hiking with my sister and her two kids, my nieces, Ellie and Charlie. And Ellie is 8 years old, and they're new to hiking. You know, that's totally fine. It was a fun hike. So Palmer Park is popular just in general. If you're not from the Springs, it's a super popular park because it's a giant hikeable trail in the middle of the city. So people go there. Do people get married there? I don't know.
I'm sure.
People, yeah, totally. People get married there. People take their dogs there in the dog park. And people do photo shoots there a lot. There's a big playground. There's a softball, baseball field, whatever. Picnic area, blah, blah, blah. So we were hiking, and off in the distance, maybe like 50 yards away, we see these two chicks, these two young girls, like maybe 20 tops, I would say.
Making out.
No. But they were in bikinis.
What?
It was probably mid 40s, maybe very low 50s degrees out. And these three girls are just in bikinis, like their hair's waving in the wind and they're in bikinis, all huddled together because they're fucking cold, you know? And so
with your little nieces.
Yeah, my little niece is just there. They have no idea that that's kind of weird. Or do they? They didn't act like it. But you see a photographer next to them. So obviously these girls are doing some kind of photo shoot. Me and my sister are like, what the heck is going on over there? And Ellie, again, 8 years old, she gasps and she's so excited. She's like, oh, I think those are Americans. And my sister's like, what? You mean Native Americans? And Ellie's like, yeah, oh my gosh, I think those are Native Americans. And we're like, they are definitely Native Americans out in the wild in Palmer Park. And one of them, like, just turns just right, so her hair's, like, flowing and it's super long. And Ellie's just like, oh my gosh, that totally is. Like, I can't believe we're seeing them in the wild. That one is especially Native. And then, you know, she's thinking about it as we hike on, and me and my sister are hiking up. And then she just, like, says to herself, she's like, man, I thought they were extinct.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
she like just whispers it under her breath.
Yeah, she's like, like, how the fuck did I just see these natives? Like, I thought they were all dead.
Oh, little 8-year-olds.
I loved
They're
it.
the best. Oh
yeah.
my god.
So it was a fun trip, and we have to like keep our eye out for the natives now in their bikinis in 40-degree weather. So awesome. And they were like pale as hell too. Like it wasn't like anything resembling a native. It was just like some basic bitch over there.
Just trying to get her Instagram post.
Exactly. She's like, I hired this photographer for the ultimate selfie. I need all of the filters and the angles right at Palmer Park.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that was totally awesome.
Oh my goodness.
What did you do this week?
Well, most of you know that last week was St. Patrick's Day.
Oh shit, you're going to talk about St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to talk about St. Patrick's Day.
Mom, turn off the podcast.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to go into anything crazy.
All right.
We were perfectly fine.
And we were safe.
The whole day. So, me and my husband and my best friend, Megan.
It's so pleasant.
We all came over to Beth's house to have some drinks and, you know, do like the St. Patrick's Day thing.
You know, Irish car bombs.
Yep, we had so many Irish car bombs, but we didn't get drunk. No,
we were sober
the whole time. The whole time. But I'm gonna backtrack just a little. So when I'm at work, one of my coworkers, she anytime I take like a little packet of Tylenol from the kitchen, she always looks at me and she's like, "What are you using that for, Audrey?" And I'll be like, "Well." In my mind, I'm like, I have a fucking hangover. Like, ugh, I'm dying inside. And in reality, or I just say, yeah, I'm just not really feeling good. Like, I just have a headache.
Something's wrong with my head.
Yeah, but I do it pretty regularly. And so she thinks that I'm addicted to Tylenol.
I don't even know if you can be.
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
I take 2 at work, like, probably twice a week. I would say that's very low dose.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, back to St. Patrick's Day.
Uh-oh.
So when you're at Beth's house and you go into her bathroom,
Oh my God, I hate you.
she has this gigantic container of ibuprofen.